everybody, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and this is the Crafty Nomad podcast. I'm your host, and they call me the Crafty Nomad because I'm all over the place when it comes to my crafting. And I think today we are not going to have a whole lot of diversity, but you know, I do all kinds of, well, I'll be a little bit of diversity, just a little bit. Anyway, welcome into my place on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. If you are new to this channel, this is your first time stopping by, welcome and thank you. And if you see something you like, please hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe to my channel. I am like dancing around 1,800 subscribers, and I'm just trying to get there, so hopefully I will soon and I can do a giveaway. I would love to be to 2,000 before the year is over. So if you like this and you know people who you think would like it, just feel free to share out the channel. For all of you who have been here with me for a while now, I really appreciate you. I think I had a Podiversary in August. I think the first time I actually posted a Crafty Nomad podcast was August of, I think, 2015. So I think I've been doing this for 6 years. I haven't been like consistent the whole time, but for about 6 years. And before that, I was posting videos, but I didn't have the podcast. So I've been on YouTube longer. But yeah, so lots of good things going on around here. So but if you've been here all that time or a lot of that time, thank you so much for all of your support, your continued support, and I appreciate you all. So if you were here over the last several weeks, I've been back to bringing you guys content, and really I say bring you guys, but I really am doing it because, you know, I need to do it. I want to do it. I enjoy doing it. And I talk about it all the time. I'm kind of an emotional crafter, and so I just, you know, for weeks before that, I just was not into it at all. But I'm feeling better. I'm feeling great. So I have done, this is my second podcast, and like in the last, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, I did a vlog style video, which I will link the playlist somewhere. I'm gonna try to do a card somewhere so you can click on it and watch the playlist of me making a project that I'm gonna show you the finish of today. And then I went live. It was a pop-up live. I did that. And then that was last Saturday, I think. And then yesterday I went live with Christi for our monthly episode of Hook and Stitch Live with Kim and Chris. And it was a fun time. So if you watch that, some of the things I'm going to show you today, you saw them yesterday, but that's okay. There's a lot of people who don't watch lives, and so I want to show the projects that I have finished. So yeah. My mojo was completely gone for quite some time, and it came back with a vengeance. So I have a lot of stuff to share with you. I was gathering it all up, and I was like, wow, I have a lot of things to share today. So let's get started. So I'm going to start out, I think, with whips. And the first thing, I'm going to go ahead and get this one shown. Now, I made a little clip, and I'm going to try to somehow insert it. This was actually an FO. This was finished, but then when the customer got it, the hat was way too big, and that, you know, it was my fault because I tried to wing the hat part of this, and so I went back. I had to rip it out and then start again. So now it's a whip because I haven't put the last pieces back on. But my friend, I think I showed you guys. I've shown it. But it's a TikToker named Almost Surely, and he makes a ton of character hats. And my friend wanted one, and let me see if I can bring up Almost Surely without a whole lot of noise. I think I might have managed to bring him up without noise. So if you can see, he made this Sailor Moon hat, and if you know who Sailor Moon is, it's an anime character. I used to have a roommate back in the day who absolutely loved Sailor Moon. Otherwise, I wouldn't know who Sailor Moon is. Anyway, so I made the hat. The hat was too wide, and so I had to go back, and so it's in a whip form now. I was fortunate enough that I could rip the hat out and not take off the buns and not take off the braids, and then I could so I did have to take off the hair clips, and now the hat is a more reasonable size now, so I just need to put the hair clips back on it, and I can hopefully deliver this hat to him on Tuesday, and he will be hopefully happy with that. But he showed it to me, it was way too big, so I didn't happily take it back, but of course I took it back, and I want to fix it for him. He's my friend, and as much as this is not the type of thing that I normally make, you know, I agreed to it, so I want to give him something that that he's going to love. I'm going to pause 1 second. Alright, so back. Just got a little bit hot there, and I was trying to, I don't want to glow too much on y'all. So anyway, so the next thing that I have is a whip. I did show a little bit, and I won't show a lot of it. I just don't have room. I've been working on this for years, and like I said, the mojo came back, but rather than start a lot of new things, although I did start and finish some new things that I'm going to show you, I went back and pulled out some of my whips that have been languishing. So the next thing that I want to show you is this. Now this is Christi and I have been doing, we did our second annual A Stitch in Time make-along, which is a vintage make-along. We had a bunch of people participate. About 12 people participated with us, and we gave away prizes, which my prizes are right there to get mailed out to the people who won from me. And this is not the project that I completed for the vintage make-along. However, it is vintage, and it is a mile a minute. Can you see that? There you go. A mile a minute Afghan. And this one is mostly in blues, but I'm doing mine in 3 different colorways. So I've got 5 strips already of this one. So these are all Red Heart Super Saver, and I don't know the colors. Y'all probably do. So I got 5 of those. I won't pull them all out. And then I have only 2 of this colorway already made. And this one I still gotta weave in the ends on, but it is complete. And when I picked it back up, I had 1 of these made. So I finished one and I started another. And then the 3rd set of colors will be this. And I do know the colorways because these are still in the band. This is Dark Orchid and Orchid. And then the soft white is the white you see. So this started out being something different. I've shown it to you guys, I think, on either on the vlogs. I think I brought it out. And I have this in this giant blanket project bag that I made because I wanted one that would hold everything, and I made that early in my bag making career. All right, so that's that for that one. And then I have do I have it in here? I don't have it in here. I guess I must have put it in the bag, but I do have a center strip already made to get started with the 3rd strip in the turquoise colors. Turquoise and something else is the other color, some kind of tealy thing. So that is my second whip that I want to share with you today. I was looking for one of the whips I'm going to show you, and I found a bunch of project bags with either the yarn from a project that I finished or whips So it's just crazy. I'm not doing Whipville. I know a lot of people are doing the project bag tour or the Whipville tour. I am not gonna do that. I would just be like, oh my god, if I look at all of the things that I started and haven't done anything on. So I'm just gonna go at them one at a time while I have this creative mojo flowing. So anyway, so the next whip I'm gonna show you. I think I'm showing you 4 whips today. Is the February lady sweater that I know I started, I believe, last year. And let me see if I can find it, a picture of it for you on Ravelry. I'll try to pull it up on my phone and share it with you. And I know it's in my, it's at least in my library. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's a cardigan, and it's worsted weight, and it's mostly knit. At least the top part is. Now, you know, here it is. Okay, February lady sweater. Is there more than one picture? So the pattern is by Pamela Wynn. It was written and published in 2009. And I will be honest with you, I have attempted this sweater. This is my 3rd attempt, and I'm hoping that my skills have increased enough to where I'm not gonna have a problem. That's my hope. I'm gonna see if I can find some more pictures of it, because that little picture, February lady, and I think it is there is a child version. That's why it's called February lady. I don't know. I could be wrong. Come on, man. What is this? Why is there not? Why is it not? Oh, it's because it's knit. Okay, knit. I gotta get out of crochet, and then, all right, here we go. So the February lady sweater has over 13,000 projects on Ravelry. So it's been made many a time, and this person did. So if you could see that, now you can see a little more detail. So I'm on the yoke part, and I will tell you that the yoke part is easy for me. It's when I got through to the lace part of the sweater that I fell to pieces. So since I picked this up, this progress keeper was given to me by Pamela from Pamela's Knit and Crochet and Knit Corner. And so that's where I was when I picked it up a few days ago. And so yeah, I got a good little amount on there done. I'm almost ready for my 3rd and final buttonhole. And so let me show you, hopefully without ruining everything. Those are my the first button. Where's the first buttonhole? It's way up here. The first buttonhole's there. That's the 2nd buttonhole. I'm almost ready for a 3rd. And then I'll just keep going, and I will eventually get to the point where I'm splitting for sleeves and then getting on with the lace. And hopefully my skills have increased enough to where that lace won't kill me. But I remember before, when I tried this sweater before, and I literally, so I got pretty far because I got to the lace and just ripped it back and gave up. And I'm kind of glad I did, though, because I was using, this yarn that I'm using now is Hirschner's Worsted 8 Heathers, and it's really soft. This one that they came out with last year, and it's really a soft 100% acrylic. The first time I was making this, I'm for sure that I was using loops and threads impeccable. It would have been a much denser sweater, but still it would have worked. But I just ripped that out. At least twice I've tried this before. So this is my own bag. This is one of I was making this for order, and I kind of didn't feel like it was up to snuff the way that I sewed it, so I kept it for myself and remade it. But anyway, I love this bag. I love this fabric. It's one of my favorite prints. Yep, love it. So that's the February lady sweater. And then the final, and the fun thing is that my good friend Lori Gray and I think it's Irene Vidal, they are both doing the February lady sweater as well. So they're going to keep me motivated. And I think what I'm going to do with it is I'm not going to do another knitted project. I'm only going to work on that until I get it done. And I feel really inspired by the girls, the three sisters that I talked about it on the previous video. More Copy Callie, Crochet with Kay, and Mr. Bob then. Callie and Kay, I think it's Kalila and Kahila, I think. I might have that wrong. They are twins, and I believe they're identical, because it took me a minute to realize I wasn't watching the same person. And then Mr. Bobbin is their younger sister, Malika. Fantastic girls, young, under the age of 25, crochet designers, new knitters, adventurous, and I think they're the ones that inspired me to get back to my knitting, because they just started knitting. And they do a lot of crochet with me, knit for 24 hours, and so I can watch them and get inspired and pull out my things. And so I think that's really how I started to get my mojo back, is that I started watching Crochet with Me, and that made me want to pick up my crochet. So, and even another one of my projects here that I'm going to show you is because I watched the Crochet with Me, and I will show you what I made. So that's that for that, I think. Last whip I'm going to show you is Barely Started. Now one of my finishes is going to be out of this book. What is it called? Cuddly Amigurumi Toys. And the author's name I will not try to pronounce. I will just show you. Now this book, last I looked, was out of print. I just got this last year for Christmas from my coworker, who pulled my name in the Secret Santa, and this was on my Amazon wish list, and this is what she got for me. And thank goodness, because the book is out of print now. And so my next whip is this guy, but I barely have done anything, but I'll show you. It's this little cuddly sheep, and let me see what his name is. It's just called Fluffy Sheep. Oh, I already had it here. And let me see if there's a really good picture. Not really, but there's the kid holding two of them. And if I can you see them? There they are. Alright, so that's my next thing that I'm trying to do, and I'm going to show you. It's barely a start, but it's a start, so I guess it's got to be considered a whip. So I'm using the pattern calls for you to use a worsted weight as well as a bulky number 6 weight. So I have chosen to use for the worsted is Bernat Super Value, and the colorway that I'm using is Oatmeal. And then I'm using Bernat Sheepy from Yarn Inspirations, and it is in the colorway Vapor Gray. And it's funny because they have Vapor Gray in the Bernat blanket yarn. At least they did have Vapor Gray in the Bernat blanket. So this is going to be my sheep. And listen, I told you it's barely a start, but it's a start. So basically you make the 2 legs, you start with the 2 legs, and then you do it all together. So I'm excited for that. I think it's going to go really quickly the more I put work into it. So I think that would be all of the whips. And so now I'm going to move on and show you some of the finishes, okay? So the first one was a long languishing whip, and I'm going to try to get it out. And it is the... I had it hanging up yesterday during the live, but I took it down to try to bring it a little closer for you guys. It is it's the Summertime Tank from Tony Lipsy of TL Yarn Crafts. This is a pay-for pattern. When I first got it, I got it on it was in a magazine. I can't find the magazine. So I had stopped working on it. Couldn't find the magazine, and then I realized that she has it free on her vlog. But you can pay for a clean PDF of it for $7.50. So here it is, all done. What I used was the Willow Wheels yarn in the colorway Eden. So there's my, it's not been blocked at all. I don't even know if I will block it, but it's done, guys, and I'm just excited that I got it done. So I think I'm counting this as my 2021 Rhinebeck sweater. So there you go. And I just let the colors go. You could tell I didn't really color control at all. It was just really cool to do it. And it's what is it? It's the extended single crochet stitch. Very nice stitch. I love that stitch. It might turn into one of my maybe my second favorite stitch, and I might even try to design something with that stitch. We'll see. You know, I'm not a prolific designer, but I have designed at least 2 things. One amigurumi and the fingerless gloves, although the amigurumi is not released yet because I'm still trying to work it out, everything written. So so that's the sweater all done. And I Christi over at Crochet Creations by Christi, you know, my partner in crime, my partner, we did our live yesterday. Well, she has a get her done make along going on, and she extended it for us for 1 week. And so I finished mine, so I'm excited. I'm going to post a picture of that in her group. So anyway, her channel will be linked down below. I think that's it. That's all I got to say about that sweater. It turned out nicely. And now let's get the next finish. Now, you guys, I showed you this. It was almost finished, and there were details that I was not going to put on it, but I changed my mind and went ahead and put all the details from the pattern. Before I show you this, let me show you it in the book. This is the first thing I made from this book, and it is, I really like this book. I think I'm glad that this was a good choice. So this is Carl the cat. And what do they say about Carl the fish? Carl Fisherman and the Small Whimsical Fish. Meet Carl, a cat who loves catching fish from all over the world. I did not make the fish. I thought about it, but I didn't. He has a friendly and calm demeanor and has fun colored ears and a striped tail and beautiful body pockets. Okay, so this is Carl. And let me show you, I made Carla because she's pink, and I do that, okay? I know boys can wear pink, okay? Don't come for me, but this is Carla. And look at Carla, guys. She's huge. You guys know I've been on that blanket yarn making these amigurumis, and I have successfully completed the goal of using all the yarn that my son gave me for Mother's Day. I have used every bit of it and then some. So, of course, I had to go buy more when I was, you know, trying to make this stuff work. But when you look at her, you see that her head is one color, her body is another color. You can see the arm is actually 2 colors. I was like, I'm about to use this stuff up. So, that is how this all worked out. And I did put the pockets on. You see she has a lollipop in her pocket. And I wasn't going to do the tail, but I went ahead and did her tail, which is the same color as the head, because I still have that left. And then I decided that she should have a collar. And it kind of, someone pointed out yesterday on the live that it kind of looks like a turtleneck. and it does. So I'm actually going to be adorning it, and I didn't bring it over here, but so you'll dang it, I might pause and get it. I found a bead that I want to put on here, because I was trying to figure out how to adorn it, because I want her to have something extra, and I'll show you in a minute what I decided. So that is Carla. She is all done. She is fully finished. The last time you saw her, she didn't have a tail, she didn't have pockets, she didn't have a collar, and now she has all of that. So she is all done. Bravo, bravo. Carla is all done. And if I could think about where I put this bag, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I went to Michael's yesterday because I'm on this blanket yarn, and I didn't have any more white, and I was making something which I'm going to show you in a minute, and they had all their strung beads were 50% off, and I was like, I had an idea of something that I wanted to probably hang on her collar, but I mean, I still might do that. I was thinking I could do a resin paw print, but that's, you know, work, that's labor intensive. I have these big giant bows. I would just have to figure out how to put a bell on and hang it, which I still might do. I could have made a flower. I could have crocheted a bow like I did on Peanut the Elephant. But look what I found at Michael's. It's the right color. It's like the natural color. And so it's going to pick up the naturals, the creams, and the black, and every other color that's in her. And so I'm just going to make a little charm with these and hang that on the collar. So, and then she will be done. So you guys, I'll take a picture and put that on my Facebook group so you can see how she finished up, or on Instagram, or both. So that's that for that. So we showed you the sweater, we showed you Carla, and now I'm going to show you Christi and I just wrapped up our second annual, did I already say this? I feel like I said this. Our second annual Stitch in Time make-along. Just wrapped it up, just gave away our prizes. I did say this because I pointed to all the prizes that are there ready to be mailed off. But I didn't show you what I finished for that. Oh, yeah, I did talk about it because I was talking about the other classic that I made. For our vintage make-along, you could either use a vintage pattern. You could use a modern pattern that was written to look vintage. You could use vintage fabric, vintage old yarn. You could, you know, and it was a make-along, so you could have done anything, and we appreciate everybody who participated in that. One of the girls, she has some really old yarn. She made a bag a day pattern, but she has some really old vintage yarn, and it came out so beautiful. It looks retro because of the colors, but modern because it's a pattern that Crystal wrote, and which would be fairly modern. So I was gifted this pattern by one of our good friends, Angela Young. She is a artist extraordinaire, and she sent me this pattern. And so for me, it's the pattern that was vintage. The Bonnie Belinda doll and accessories. Bonnie Belinda and accessories. So it's all kinds of things you can make. And Angela even gave me the doll faces, the vintage faces, and so I made this view. And let me show you, I used Red Heart Super Saver stripes in the colorway Retro Stripes, and she is now finished. Now this is the project that I did for my Crochet with Me vlog series a couple weeks ago. Again, I'll put a card somewhere so you guys can check that out. It was fun to do, but you will see me progress and finish her up. And there she is, all finished with her trim here, trim at her neck area. Her bow is folded down a little bit, but she came out super cute, and I thoroughly enjoyed, well, let me just say, this was a hard pattern to follow, but I enjoyed it enough that I'm going to try it again. So be on the lookout for a Christmas version of this little doll. And I decided, because the way I sewed it, she had like the pixie point on her little bonnet, that I would put a kind of an oversized tassel on there. But anyway, that is the finish, all done. So that was fun, and what motivated me was that vlog was so smart, and everybody who crocheted along with me helped me to just keep going. And I used poly pellets for the first time on this one. She has a little bit of fiber fill, but it's mostly poly pellets. So that's super cool. And then let's see, anything else? I'm about to show you this final whip. Okay, so I showed you, FO, Carla, the baby, the sweater. And then from watching Crochet With Me videos, I found the Hooked by Robin tutorial for this little chubby bee. So I made this one, and you guys, you know, we always joke about, or not, it's not even a joke. I seriously have a hard time walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time. So when we are on our lives, I usually can't crochet or anything, but I decided to try and see if I can do something simple. And I literally made the first 9 rounds on the show yesterday. And then when the show was over, we had some stuff to do, but it was a bit of a lot in the car, so I took the yarn with me, and I was able to complete the body. And then that's why I went to Michael's, because I didn't have the white for the wings. Super easy, super quick. I made this one start to finish yesterday, and then I made this one start to finish yesterday. So I have 2 little cuddle bees all done. This one kind of came out, I think my tension got crazy on this one because it's longer and thinner, even though I followed the exact pattern. So anyway, those are my 2 little cuddle bees, and they are completed. So I think with that, those are all the yarny projects. So now let's move on and show you some cool things that I got in the mail. But before I do that, I want to say that Christi and I did announce our next make-along for the final quarter of the year. We try to have a make-along for each quarter. And so, since we finished up the stitching time yesterday, we announced a new one, which is a holiday ornament make-along. And you can make it any kind of way you want. And again, I'm going to link her Facebook group down below so that you can go over there, join if you're not already joined, and participate, because again, we give away great prizes. We gave away some good stuff yesterday, so please participate in that. So I wanted to show you like a couple that I have in process, because you can do anything. And honestly, these look kind of retro, so they probably could have been considered in a retro make along. This is how ornaments used to look. So mine are resin, and they are completely done. I just need to put a hanger on them. And actually, I'm going to use a vinyl and put some kind of holiday words on these. So, yep, those are that. So, those are whips, really. But I just brought those out to mention to you guys that we have that make-along that just started yesterday. It will go all the way through to, I think, December 18th. And then we will have our show, we will record, and we will pull for prizes for that. So that is that for that. Now I'm going to pause for 1 second, because I'm about to show you some things that I got in the mail, and I see one that's across the room from me. So, or not across the room, but right over there. So hold on. Okay, so this, now I'm going to show you fabric that I got in the mail. I'm going to try not to take it out the plastic. I hope it won't. But this one's already out the plastic. I showed you on a previous episode the bag that I got from Birdie and Poppet from across the pond, and it had the granny square print on it. And I wanted to try and find that fabric. Could not find that fabric, but look what I did find. Boom. It's crochet. It's pretty much squares, and I love it. I cannot wait to make a bag for myself and some to put in my shop. I mean, really, I really want to get back sewing. Like, all of my mojo is coming back. I do still have to finish my collab with the resin keychains, and then I can, because my sewing machine is pretty much blocked off because all of my stuff with the resin, so I got to get that done. But anyway, got some other prints to show you. Yeah, I don't need to take out the plastic. That is super pretty. I can't wait to make that in Home Sweet Home. I'm drawn to prints with houses. And I wanted to show you this one. I really need to get going because it's Halloween. And it's just lovely. You see that? So more houses, but Halloween themed. So really, I just need to take a break from other things and cut this out. And get it posted because, I mean, it's October practically already. So love this print. All these fabrics came from fabric.com. Then for the holidays, I have another print that's similar to this with the hot chocolates, the whipped creams, the peppermints. Love it. And for whatever reason, I always love a coffee print, latte print. And I got that. And then I love any type of print that has faces, as long as it's either, I mean, I'll buy it if it's all African American, if it's all, you know, Chinese. You know, I'll buy anything as long as it represents, you know, all different cultures. I like to have fabrics that represent all different cultures. And if I can find a fabric where several cultures are represented in one, and I really love it. And look at that. I love this one. So yeah, also remember I made the bags a couple years ago with the fabric with the bathing beauties, and they were all cultures. They were all body types. Actually, they were all curvy, and I really love that. So that's the fabric. Then I did get in a couple of books. I got in this Leisure Arts baby blanket book. And I looked through this, and I probably would attempt that one. And then this one is Tunisian, not Tunisian. This one is for one of those double-ended crochet hooks. And so I think I'm actually going to attempt that one first, because I got one. And this one is all pieced, so that's going to be probably not. Here's another pretty one in there. See, I just have to be feeling really good to be putting together something piece. But I really like this Aran one. Let me see if they have it spread out. They don't have it really spread out. But this is panels of different stitches, and I like that one. So I'll probably attempt that one. And then this one with the little rosebuds, I like that one. So I think it's like 8 patterns. Yeah, 8 adorable blankets. So got that. Enjoyed looking through that and planning, because I did find out about a new baby coming, and so I'm going to probably attempt one of those with that. And then this one I was enabled by Kalisha from the Quirky Monday podcast. She was making a shrug for a wedding, and I just loved how it came out. And she found the stitch pattern in her. She said, I found it in my Japanese stitch pattern book. And I was like, what book is that? And she told me, so I got it. And it's actually 1,000 Japanese knitting and crochet stitches, the ultimate Bible for needlecraft enthusiasts. Now, I don't really know how Japanese it is. Like, when I look at it, when I looked at some of these, I'm thinking, I don't know if these are like strictly just Japanese. They look, I mean, I think crochet might be crochet, but I can't find the one she used. But it was just so pretty, and it was so inspiring. And these types of books are always inspiring. I mean, to the point where I'm looking at this and I'm gonna have to learn how to read charts. Y'all, I don't read charts, but it's okay. It's time to probably learn how to read them. I think I can read crochet charts better than knit, but all of these knit patterns in here. So if you're a knitwear designer or you want to be, this is a good book because they have color work stuff in here. I mean, but you see, it's a chart next to everything. So Kim is gonna have to. It'll be my 2022 goal to learn how to read charts, and possibly even put together my own pattern. But look at y'all. And I told Kalisha, I'm so scared of color work, and she was like, "Don't be scared. Don't be scared." But color work is so beautiful, but it makes me nervous. So anyway. Got a book. I didn't even show you the crochet stuff, but it may be some things that are Japanese-esque, but they look familiar to me. But that just may be because crochet is familiar to me, and it's only so many stitches, so you're gonna recognize them. But yeah. So this was originally published in Japan in 1992. So, and I don't know when. Let's see when it was released in English. I don't see a copyright date. Should be right up at the beginning, but I'm not really seeing it. I'm missing it. I don't see the copyright. Anyway, got that book. Add it to the library. All right. I think that's everything. Everything. Me and Chris will be back with you guys on, I think, October 30th. We did say the 23rd, but I did. After we got off the show, I realized that I will be traveling. I will be in Chicago at that point, celebrating my mother's 80th birthday. So we're going to do it the following week, which is the 30th of October. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all. It was a whole lot. I'm so glad to have my mojo back and so glad to have stuff to share with you guys. I am hoping to provide some more content in October as far as another vlog style crochet with me video at least, and for sure podcasts and hopefully some lives. And be on the lookout. I do plan to have a knit night, a Zoom knit night for everybody. And Christi and I do still have our Carousel Swap going around. I do have a playlist. I will link it down below. We have a box going around and it's almost done. We timed this thing so perfectly. It's almost going to go back to Christi. It is with the second to the last person, and then that person will send it on. It'll be to Christi probably, I'm going to say, no later than the beginning of November. I bet you it'll be back in October. So we are also hoping that we can pull together a Zoom with everybody who participated, and we're going to record it and share it with you guys on my channel. So anyway, that's it. That's what's upcoming. That's what I got going on. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I will see you in the next video. In the meantime, until we meet again, keep it crafty. Bye, guys.